Hey guys, and welcome back to my world. Now, as you know, I've been a Tellraw fan and I've used it a lot. If you actually go back and have a look at some of the videos I did in September, I'm going to put the video links in the description so you guys can actually see. I use it for everything from summoning fireballs to making navigation menus and all kinds of things. In when I'm kind of building maps. Now, the problem that we've always had with the Tellraw is that for you to actually be able to run a command with Tellraw or do an action with a Tellraw is that you needed to be opped on a server and you needed to have the rights to run commands. So it kind of pretty much made it useless in minigames, on servers, on adventure maps, because you pretty much had to have somebody be able to cheat or use cheat codes to actually make it work. However, Mojang has fixed it by actually creating something called a trigger objective on the scoreboard. So what it means is that a player can now actually add, remove points or set points on a scoreboard objective using a trigger objective. Okay, so that doesn't quite make sense, but let me try and explain to you. So first of all, we need to create a trigger. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to summon a fireball at the person where the person is standing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a scoreboard objective, like any other scoreboard. I'm going to add a new objective called fireballtrigger. Okay, I am then going to say that objective is a trigger. Okay, so instead of saying, it's a total kill count or stat.use, I'm going to say it's a trigger. Okay, so once I've got that set up, okay, I then just need to enable the trigger. Now this will kind of make sense. The enabling of the trigger just allows you to run the command once. Okay, so that was the second big problem we always had with the Tellraw command, is you could click spam it. So you couldn't make any kind of shopping system where you buy things and then because you could spam it and get many items, or you can spam it and get like 100 fireballs. So that was always a problem, but this stops that from happening. Okay, so you can actually now build in safeguards that says, fine, if a person has X amount of stuff in their inventory, remove one and allow them then to use it again. If they don't have that amount of items, kill it. Okay, so I will make a video on a spell system using this, okay, and using various other things to explain the trigger action more. But all you need to know is before you can actually use the Tellraw command, you need to enable it, and all it is scoreboards players enable at A or at whoever you want to use the trigger. If it's, for example, a mage class, you want to say maybe, and you've got a scoreboard objective that says this person is a mage, you can say at player score underscore mage underscore minimum equals 1 is allowed to activate the trigger. Okay, so we're then going to enable the trigger, right? And then we have the Tellraw. Now, the Tellraw, once again, I'm going to tell at whoever at all at this stage, but at whoever I want to target it at. The text is going to be summon fireball. If they actually click on that text, so the text is red, if they click on that text, I'm going to run a command, and the command is trigger fireball trigger set to 1. So I'm going to trigger fireball trigger set 1. So this is the trigger. Fireball trigger is the objective that scoreboard objective I'm going to be using, and then I'm going to set it to 1. Okay, right. So you'll see right at the bottom there. When I click that, it's going to set my scoreboard objective to 1. Now, what I've actually got running over here is I've got a clock that is actually testing to see if my scoreboard objective for fireball trigger is at least 1. If it is, it'll output a signal. It will then summon a fireball right above here. Okay. The next what will happen is it's going to teleport that fireball to whoever has the fireball trigger of 1. Okay, so fireball trigger of minimum 1. Now, obviously, you will build in more safeguards like scoreboard fireball trigger minimum 1, comma, score underscore class equals mage, or whatever. Okay, it's going to teleport the fireball to me, and then what I'm just going to do is I'm going to teleport the fireball 1 block up, just so that it's not in the ground, but it's 1 block up, and then it's going to clear or reset that fireball trigger to 0, just so that I don't constantly spawn the fireballs. So let me do that. So I'm going to go anywhere in the world. So just go here. I did set the explosion power to 0, so it's not going to cause any damage. So if I summon the fireball, you'll see trigger fireball trigger change changed with set 1, so you'll see, and there it is. And then all I need to do is, while I'm running around, I can then choose my target and hit it, and it'll just explode. Okay, now I must say thanks very much to Seth Bling for putting me on the right track with this enable trigger. I just couldn't get this to work. I completely missed the whole enable thing. So yeah, thank you very much, mate. Was a good tip. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to do this. So cool. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Keep your eyes on this space. I'm going to be doing some awesome stuff with this trigger, and I know you guys are going to be doing some awesome stuff with this trigger as well. It's gonna be great. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching, and as always, I will check you all later.